If you're new to this channel, welcome. I wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you directly about why I put these videos out there and the reality of the journey that brought me here. Because the truth is, it hasn't been an easy 8 years. Before we dive into the archives, I want to make one thing completely clear. I am not an expert, a scientist, or a professional researcher. I am just a normal person living and working out here on a farm. Everything I share on this channel, every thought, theory, and conclusion is strictly my own personal opinion, based on my unique first-hand experiences. I don't claim to have the absolute truth for everyone, and I encourage you to use your own discernment. I'm simply opening a window into what happens on my piece of land. When this first started, I was living in absolute terror. I felt stalked, watched, encroached upon, and constantly peeped on by an invisible force I couldn't see. There were nights I sat in my own home, scared to death, genuinely doubting my own sanity. What I didn't realize at the time was that I was carrying a heavy weight from my childhood. I grew up around these presences, but as a kid, I didn't have the words or the understanding to process it. I just translated it into a deep, unexplained aversion to the woods. I carried that childhood fear right into my adult life. Hoping for a quiet, peaceful retirement, my husband and I moved out here to the country. My dream was simple. I wanted to have my own petting zoo, but the woods had other plans. When the activities started, I fell into the rabbit hole. I began obsessively reading, watching everything I could find, and getting completely caught up in internet horror stories. All that did was feed my fear. The turning point came when I finally reached out to a few grounded and respected people in this field who helped me change my entire way of thinking. I had to realize that their energy is incredibly heavy and uncomfortable to us simply because they operate on a much higher frequency and vibration than we do. It's like a biological language barrier. Once I reconciled my childhood issues and cleared up those misunderstandings, the terror left. Now, I want to be completely clear. I feel terrible and deeply sympathetic for people who have been traumatized by these encounters. That trauma absolutely happens, and I am not dismissing it for a second. But I want to express that there are two sides to this story. We have to look at their side of things. These beings have homes. They have families. They have a right to protect themselves. And they are also deeply curious about us. Out here, I have developed a profound respect for them. I don't go out into the forest looking for proof or trying to hunt them down. In fact, most of the time, I turn a blind eye to the woods. I leave them their space. Now, if they cross within my fence line or come right up near the house, well, then they're fair game for the camera. LOL. But I welcome them here. It's their land too. Honestly, I fear bears, mountain lions, coyotes, and snakes out here far more than I fear them. Why? Because they know my intentions are good. I have absolutely no desire to bother or harm them. I just film here and there, and we live in peace. Today, my farm has daily, ongoing orbs in a constant presence. I've had brief sightings, though they mostly stay cloaked, and I've experienced mindspeak a few times. I'm obsessed, I'm curious, and I hope for more experiences whenever they think I am ready. I put these videos on YouTube partly for practical reasons. I accumulate so much video footage that I can't store it all locally, so this acts as my digital archive. But mainly, I share this to help anyone else sitting in the dark, feeling terrified and wondering if they're losing their minds. They are magnificent. They aren't the brainless monsters the internet paints them to be. They've been here for centuries, and I'm just thankful they tolerate my presence on their land. Thank you for watching, and stay safe out there.